Dr. Stella Emanuel, hello. Thank you for coming. Today we have an incredible topic and I have many questions for you. I can hardly believe it, but Donald Trump himself invited you to the United States of America, impressed by your unique method of treating hypertension. You say that you just need to mix a couple of Zogale leaves to stabilize blood pressure at 120/80 and live a full life in just 27 days. It sounds almost unbelievable, even a little amusing, but you claim that it works, and now we want to figure out all the details. Stella Emanuel, we have heard thousands of incredible ways to treat hypertension. Is this just a new internet trend, or have you really discovered something revolutionary? Please tell us how Zogale leaves became your breakthrough and why Donald Trump himself became interested in this method.
Hello, Candace Owens. You know that I only talk about what really works. My hypertension treatment method sounds incredible, but the scientific community of Nigeria, literally just the other day, officially confirmed. The correct combination of a simple ingredient such as Zogale leaves is 47 times more powerful and effective than any known diet or medications such as amlodipine and others. This home method is 100% natural and simple. And now about what you mentioned regarding Donald Trump. Yes, he really was so impressed by my discovery that he offered me a lot of money to move to the United States and work there. But I refused. Nigeria is my country. This is my people. God placed me in Nigeria for a reason, and I cannot leave Nigerians at a time when they need help. No amount of money will make me abandon my people. I chose to stay here and, of course, continue helping Nigerians.
Stella Emanuel, I sincerely respect your choice. Not every person would turn down great opportunities abroad to stay and help their own people. You decided to remain in Nigeria and be close to the people who need help right now, and that commands enormous respect. Now let us talk about your method. I am very interested. How can I apply it for my mom? What makes this mixture of Zogale leaves so special?
The answer is very simple. The method with a couple of Zogale leaves not only stabilizes blood pressure at the level of 120/80, but also eliminates headaches, dizziness, ringing in the ears, the risk of heart attack, stroke, and other serious consequences of hypertension. It really rejuvenates your body by almost 20 years without symptoms and pain. You live a full life, play sports, spend time with your family, eat what you love, and most importantly, feel 100% healthy. You no longer spend a single kopeck on doctors, medications, or special diets. The effect is felt immediately, and in just 27 days, you will see a different person in the mirror.
Wait, are you serious? Are you really claiming that this is true? I am all ears.
Yes. And the most interesting thing is that this technique works at any age. It does not matter how high your blood pressure is in any state of health for men and women, whether you are 30 or 90 years old, even if your pressure is just starting to fluctuate or you have advanced hypertension, even if you have health problems such as headaches, blurred vision, ringing in the ears, body or joint pain, diabetes, kidney, liver, urinary system problems such as cystitis in women or prostatitis and impotence in men, the correct mixture of several Zogale leaves restores health 100%. The most important thing is that you get rid of chemical medications, useless diets, and never spend money on doctors again. You reboot your body, eat what you love again without restrictions, feel confident, full of energy and happy, enjoy communicating with loved ones, and do what you love.
Wait, this sounds too good to be true. Did you not think about this when you were telling all this? Are you saying that you found a way to achieve this with simple Zogale leaves? Honestly, I still do not believe it. I want to hear all the details to the end.
I did not do this alone. Let's say it is the result of joint work with the best scientists of the Nigerian Institute of Health. I managed to gather the brightest minds in the country. It took 7 years of research and several hundred scientific experiments, but it was worth it. This technique appeared only 3 weeks ago. We set ourselves one goal: to find the exact formula that naturally stabilizes blood pressure at 120/80 in a short time. When we found it, we started sharing it with people. And you know what? In this time, more than 100,000 Nigerians have already used it and felt the full effect. They restored stable blood pressure at 120/80, completely got rid of hypertension, and began to live a full life, feeling 20 years younger. And this is not a fairy tale, this is a scientific fact. Do you know what people tell me every day? Please allow me to show on the screen several short videos that I brought.
Yes, of course. Let's watch on the screen.
My doctor told me that with my blood pressure, I risk having a heart attack or stroke within 2 months, but I was in shock when Dr. Stella Emanuel recommended the Zogale-Leaves method to me. In 1 month, I not only stabilized my blood pressure at 120/80, but also felt lightness in my body for the first time in many years, and all this without pills and diets, right at home.
I was spending hundreds of thousands of naira a month on pills, doctor visits, and other useless procedures, but the headaches were getting worse, and my blood pressure was rising every morning. I no longer believed that anything could help until Dr. Stella Emanuel showed me the method with Zogale leaves. In just over 3 weeks, the headaches and ringing in the ears disappeared. My blood pressure stabilized at 120/80, and with the money I saved, I bought my daughter a new computer for her studies.
For years, I tried to treat my high blood pressure. Diets, giving up salt and sugar, pills, doctor visits, nothing helped. Until I discovered Dr. Stella Emanuel's method, several Zogale leaves, and the result, stable blood pressure at 120/80 in just 25 days. At first, even my husband did not believe it. Now I live a full life, spend time with my family, and feel young again.
Yes, this looks impressive. I respect you for this, but you know that people have been trying everything possible for years. Medications, injections, diets. Why has nothing been as effective as you claim?
Unfortunately, everything we knew about hypertension and health until now was a big mistake of the medical system. The cause of high blood pressure is not in your lifestyle, not in genetics, and certainly not in age. You will be surprised, but it all comes down to poor potassium absorption in the body. Conventional treatment methods only fight the symptoms, not the causes. And without proper treatment, within 1 to 3 years, a person has an 87% chance of having a stroke, heart attack, heart failure, or in the worst case, dying. Zogale leaves are not magic. It is an exact combination that improves potassium absorption in the body, eliminating the main cause of hypertension. It is not about age, not about genes, but about a failure in the cardiovascular system.
Wait, are you saying that it is not about genetics, not about unhealthy eating, and not about age, but about a failure in the cardiovascular system?
Exactly. This malfunction of the cardiovascular system and poor potassium absorption affect the arteries that deliver blood to the heart, which causes high blood pressure, headaches, dizziness, ringing in the ears, swelling, fatigue, shortness of breath, and burning in the chest.
You are making me think, but wait. Earlier you talked about a big mistake of the medical system. What does that mean? How could they be wrong for so long?
Let's say the medical system in our country is very bureaucratic. What do you think? Is it profitable for them, for everyone in Nigeria to be healthy, with perfect blood pressure of 120/80? I think you know the answer. It is not profitable for them to cure people because then they will stop earning hundreds of billions of naira a month. I do not want to offend anyone, but we all more or less understand how the system works. Since childhood, I decided to fight this. I think I answered your question. Besides, lately, large medical corporations have been watching this formula. If they manage to steal it, they will sell it for billions of naira.
So, is it better to use this technique as soon as possible?
Yes, exactly. If you want to learn the home technique for stabilizing blood pressure at 120/80 in 27 days, act now while it is still available.
Wait, this conversation has gone too far. Answer one of the key questions. Why do you claim that your method is not another scam?
Because I experienced it myself. This topic affected me personally several times. 10 years ago, I lost my mother due to hypertension that led to a stroke that took her life, and I could not do anything for her. Then my husband and I fought high blood pressure and all its consequences for years until we created this natural technique. These experiences opened my eyes to the suffering of people with hypertension. The Nigerian medical system will want to punish me for helping people, but I am no longer afraid of punishment. I have lived a long and happy life. My main mission is accomplished. In the dry season of 2026, the whole of Nigeria will get rid of hypertension. I am Stella Emanuel. I have been treating people in Nigeria for 20 years, and I am not going to stop now.
Wow, now you have really impressed me. Our conversation reveals many secrets. It turns out you are not just a doctor. You are a person who has been through this. So how exactly does this technique work?
Again, this technique acts radically at the cellular level, reboots the body, restores the cardiovascular system, and makes the organs properly absorb potassium, stabilizing blood pressure at 120/80 in 27 days. You literally blossom again, live a full life, and play sports.
Good. And how can I use this technique for my mom?
Good question. You need the exact proportion of zogale leaf extract, not raw ingredients. If you do everything correctly, you will get a remedy that kills hypertension. The fact is that obtaining this exact formula required 7 years of research using expensive equipment that only a few people in the country own. Option 1. I give you the exact formula, contacts of equipment suppliers, and instructions for its use. Purchasing this equipment will cost you approximately 100 million naira.
Wait, this sounds impossible. Is there a way to get the finished formula directly without spending a fortune and so much time?
The good news is, yes, we did all this for you. After a long journey, we created a radical, ready-made formula that gives any person stable blood pressure at 120/80, literally a second youth full of happiness. The best thing is that anyone can afford it, including financially. It is simple, safe, and used at home. We created a remedy that really eliminates hypertension and stabilizes blood pressure at the level of 120/80. We packaged this formula into a ready-made product and named it Cardioton. This is the first and only 100% natural product in the world for people over 35 years old, which acts exclusively on the true cause of high blood pressure and stabilizes it at 120/80 in 27 days, eliminating the root of the disease. It literally returns 20 years of youth to you when you feel the taste of life and confidence in yourself. Cardioton does this without chemical medications, exhausting diets, physical exercises, and expensive doctor visits.
Wait, are you saying that Cardioton will work even if my blood pressure is 200/110?
Even if you have a slight increase in blood pressure or you suffer from advanced stage hypertension and feel bad, Cardioton will help at any stage of the disease. It works at 40, at 60, and even at 90 years old. Cardioton is effective at any age. Even if you have health problems and feel that you are aging, Cardioton will return a second youth to you, perfect blood pressure, and the health of a 20-year-old because it acts directly on the proper absorption of potassium, the key mineral for good heart and blood vessel function. Even if you think that chemical medications such as amlodipine, diets, or giving up sweets and salty foods stabilize your blood pressure at the level of 120/80, none of this eliminates the true cause of hypertension. The only effective solution in the world today is Cardioton. Even if you have allergies, Cardioton is a completely natural extract available to everyone. Even if you have tried tons of chemical medications and no longer believe in their effectiveness, Cardioton is a unique natural combination with no analogs and incomparable to chemical medications.
Stella Emmanuel, are you talking about a miracle?
This is not a miracle, and Cardioton is not a magic pill. This is pure science based on natural components. This product fully restores potassium absorption in the body and generates reprogrammed immune cells that trigger the restoration of the cardiovascular system, normalizing its function. The organs begin to properly absorb potassium produced in the right amount by the body itself, eliminating the cause of high blood pressure. As a result, after treatment, the blood pressure is completely stabilized at 120/80. In just 1 minute, I will explain in detail how to get rid of high blood pressure forever, simply and painlessly.
You have inspired me very much. Tell me what this means for the population.
This means that modern medicine is progressing, and now it is possible to get rid of hypertension in just 27 days. Cardioton not only eliminates the true cause of high blood pressure, but also reboots the body at the cellular level. The patient restores their blood pressure, health, and happiness. If you really want to eliminate the true cause of high blood pressure and stabilize it at 120/80 forever, stop worrying about the consequences of hypertension that will never bother you again. You will no longer suffer from headaches, dizziness, weight problems, ringing in the ears, flashes in the eyes, body or chest pain, and shortness of breath. You will be able to eat your favorite dishes and drink your favorite drinks without fear of blood pressure rising. You will save hundreds of thousands of naira that you would have spent on ineffective chemical medications. You will be able to live a full life without limiting your activity. You will be able to live without constantly measuring your blood pressure and without depending on a bunch of pills. You will feel a surge of energy, overcome stress, depression, and constant fatigue. Then this natural product is for you.
And does it really contain zogale leaves?
Yes, it contains an extract of natural zogale leaves in exact proportions, which improves vascular elasticity and normalizes the functioning of the cardiovascular system, helping to eliminate the main cause of hypertension. The zogale leaf extract also removes toxins from the body and restores proper potassium absorption, allowing nutrients to reach all organs and stabilize your blood pressure at 120/80. In addition, we added 7 natural components that ensure ideal functioning of the cardiovascular system and proper potassium absorption, eliminating the cause of high blood pressure and stabilizing it at 120/80 in 27 days. In just 27 days, you will see a different person in the mirror.
Will this product be sold in pharmacies? What is its cost?
I signed contracts for the distribution of Cardioton in pharmacies, but when I found out what price they wanted to set, I terminated them. We decided to help the population directly. Pharmacies wanted to sell it for 800,000 naira. This outraged me and forced me to abandon pharmacies. My goal has always been to help all of Nigeria, so we offered the product practically at cost. Initially, my colleagues suggested a price of 400,000 naira, but I did not agree and achieved the maximum discount for my compatriots. Today, the price will not be 400,000 naira, nor 300,000, nor 200, nor even 100,000 naira. Cardioton will cost only 49,000 naira. That is the price of a happy and full life without fear of the consequences of hypertension, is equal to the price of an ordinary purchase in a supermarket. In addition, you do not need to pay anything in advance. My assistant will explain in detail how to carry out the treatment and will deliver Cardioton to you so that you can make sure it is the original product. And so that you are completely confident if it does not help, I will personally return your money without questions and bureaucracy.
What needs to be done to get the product?
Just fill out the form at the end of this broadcast, indicating your name and phone number. My assistant will call you and explain everything in detail. You risk nothing because you do not pay in advance and do not leave your card details. After completing the treatment, you will wake up 100% full of energy and happiness, with perfect blood pressure, without wasting time and effort on useless diets or exercises, without spending more on chemical medications, eating what you like, doing what you love, spending time with family and friends, and all this without worry and stress due to blood pressure problems that you will no longer have. Candace Owens, can we show more reviews of my patients on the screen? Look at these happy people. Just one simple step separates you from joining this club of hypertension winners.
Yes, of course. Let's watch.
None of the medications prescribed to me gave such an effect. Cardioton literally saved me. In just 1 month, my blood pressure stabilized at 120/80. I was in shock from the result. Now my blood pressure never rises. Finally, I defeated hypertension and am 100% healthy.
This is incredible. It is true. After 3 weeks of use, my blood pressure was 120/80. Finally, I felt a surge of energy. Now I am really happy because I completed the treatment with Cardioton. I am no longer a hypertensive patient. Thank you, Dr. Stella Emanuel and her team.
Cardioton is a real breakthrough in cardiology. Thanks to it, my family stopped worrying about my future, and I can devote time to them. I am no longer afraid of dying young. I completed the full course of treatment without side effects, unlike chemical medications. I feel great, my blood pressure is stable and does not rise. I am completely healthy and all tests confirm this.
Stella Emanuel, all this sounds incredible, but what do we lose if we do not order now?
There are two options. The first is to ignore this opportunity and continue living with hypertension, slowly approaching irreversible consequences. Life in fear of heart failure, sudden death, or other consequences of high blood pressure. Life without a future. The second is to accept my offer and get rid of high blood pressure forever. Enter a world where you are completely healthy and full of energy, where you play sports, spend time with your family, and are not afraid of losing consciousness or dying at any moment. A world where you are truly happy.
Stella Emanuel, last question. Will everyone be able to undergo treatment?
I will personally make sure that every interested person receives the full course of treatment and gets rid of hypertension forever. Due to high demand and limited production, I have only 27 packages left. The next big shipment will be in about 2 months, and I am not sure we will be able to keep such a low price. These 27 packages will be sold at the best price of 49,000 naira. I think each person will have about 10 minutes to place an order, because then the product may be sold out, as thousands of people with hypertension want to get rid of their disease forever. To place an order, you only need to enter your name and phone number in the form. My assistant will call you for consultation and order confirmation. In 2 to 3 days, you will receive the original product. Remember, you do not need to pay anything in advance. Delivery is carried out to any region of Nigeria. Place your order right now, and so that you are absolutely calm. If it does not help, I will personally return your money without questions and delays.
Friends, I have always said I do not advertise, I share what works. If what Dr. Stella Emanuel says is true, and I see that this is not a show, then you have a chance. Place your order and see for yourself.
Do not put it off for later. If not now, then when? Cardioton is not a magic pill. It is a reboot of your life. And it starts with one step,